What's up, y'all? My name is Devontae, and I sacrificed my time so you don't have to. Alright, so you guys ready, man? Oh, boy, 9 matches, 12 matches altogether, but you got me, like, fucked up if you think I'm watching any of those PLE, or would they, I guess they'll be pay-per-views, right? Premium Live versus WWE, do they call them those PLE? I would just say pay-per-views. You got me, like, fucked up if you think I'm watching any of those goddamn dark matches. But check it out, though. I caught this tweet from Bryan last, and you know, I looked at it, I'm like, damn, I never even thought about that. Yeah, this is yet another pay-per-view show, not even television show. I noticed how all these little massive things that happen within AEW either happens right after the pay-per-view, or it happens a day or a couple of days before the pay-per-views. Their pay-per-view shows rarely ever stand on its own, and especially with MJF being champion. Is it just me, or since he's been champion or, you know, somewhat in the limelight or highlighted on the show, there's always something happening without, you know, outside of AEW that's overshadowing what, you know, MJF is doing at the moment as a world champion or as a star person within the company that's being highlighted at that moment. Crazy how that works, right? And this time it's like multiple things. It's not just the Jericho stuff. I heard that Mercedes Moné allegedly, remember guys, allegedly, you can't take me away now. I'm the greatest YouTuber of all time. I have friends who tell me I'm the greatest. I'm the greatest. I'm the greatest. Don't listen to Solomon. He's bad. He's terrible. He's nothing. Grab him by the pussy. He sucks. Allegedly, apparently, Mercedes Moné is no longer in contract negotiations with WWE. Well, I mean, I could have told you that. I mean, when, you know, you got like a fucking mark for yourself and you go outside of WWE and I'm going to make a name for myself. Stupid bitch. You ain't made no name for yourself. What the hell did you do? What the fuck? You went to Japan and ate some food and it came back and all of a sudden you're supposed to be in the same regards as like some of the biggest top talents in WWE? What the fuck? You go there? I learned how to use chopsticks. Pay me $4 million. Bitch, get out of here. Should have played the black privilege card. That's what I would have done. You're a racist, misogynist, homophobic. You don't pay me this amount of money, dumbass bitch. Okay. And then we also have Andrade Idolo. Speaking of dumbass bitches and speaking of playing the racist card, his Mexican ass should have went right back over the border and started wrestling for some more AAA wrestling. Now he's going to go right back to WWE. I would have had his ass on hands and feet, crawling. Yes, come to your master. Orale, vámonos, ándale, arriba. Get your ass over here. I want you to get on your knees. Now I'm going to turn around and I want you to kiss my black ass. Because you are coming back where you left, you little dumb bitch. Here you back in again, huh? Andrade? No, please, sure. Lo siento, I'm sorry. Me no better, you know. Am I okay? Está bien? Shut your Mexican ass up, little boy. You can come, but you're going to job for some of my superstars, biatch. Okay, Miss, can I still team up with Charlotte? No, we're not gonna do this. But we can have mixed gender matches. Bitch, that's a tag team match. Okay, but let's go on with the main card for tonight. Because again, 9 matches. We have to run down this card real quick. Okay, so we have Ricky Starks, Big Bill, and the Don... Oh, I guess they're the Don Callis family. Oh, no, wait, no. Ricky Starks and Big Bill are not a part... Okay, start back over. I'm retarded. Allahu Akbar. Ricky Starks and Big Bill teaming up with the Don Callis family members, Takeshita and Powerhouse Hobbs take on Chris Jericho. That should be a very interesting reaction. Sammy, Guevara, Sting, and Darby Allin. We have Julia Hart versus Abadon for the TBS Championship. Swerve Strickland versus Keith Lee in the match that will never start. Blackpool Combat Club members Claudio Castagnoli, Bryan Danielson teaming up with Mark Briscoe and Garcia to take on Brody King, Jay Lethal, Jay White, and Rush in a loser 8-man tag match because they are losers and no one wants to watch losers lose. Timeless Toni Storm team to go up against Riho for the Women's Championship. I will definitely be taking a shit during that match. No, I have to review it. Damn it, I hate my life. Miro versus allegedly Andrade's farewell match. Eddie Kingston and Jon Moxley in the Continental Classic with the ROH Championship, New Japan Wrestling Strong Openweight title, and the inaugural AEW Continental Championship on the line. Christian versus Edge in a no disqualification match with the TNT Championship, and MJF versus Samoa Joe in a one-on-one match with the AEW World Heavyweight Championship that no one gives a fuck about. Look at me, I'm sounding more and more like Excalibur throughout my fucking tenure doing this stupid-ass channel. With that being said, folks, I think I ran through everything pretty well. I've been pretty good as far as my reviews. I've been pretty sustainable as far as how you guys come across. Yeah, all that shit, bro. I'm a Sims character now, okay? I'm reporting on the news. I'm giving you some of that good old wrestling commentary. So, with that being said, everything's okay, and okay, we're gonna get directly into the card tonight, and hopefully we get some news out of this. Fuck you guys, for me, because I need my channel to grow. I gotta get back to 6,000 subscribers. So with that being said, let's go directly into the motherfucking show. Come on! Alright, so that does it for the opener. It was an 8-man tag match. The 8-man tag match with Bryan Danielson, Claudio, Castagnoli, Mark Briscoe, and Daniel Garcia. Going up against, who I got? Jay White, Brody King, Jay Lethal, and who was the last one? Roosh. It was a fine match. I mean, it was a decent opener. It's just one of those things, like, I will say at the very least, you know, you had a random decent, I hate calling these things stories, because they're not stories. There has to be a new word for it. I feel like we just kind of misuse the shit out of that word story. For as much I hear people bitch and moan about, like, oh, you know, we kind of misuse the word burial all the time. Okay, yeah, true, I'll give you that. But on that same token, I think a lot of words get misused in professional wrestling. Stories being one of them. I don't know if I want to call that a story. It's more so just like, you know, a placement. You know, there's got to be something lesser than a story. It's like, I don't know. It's like looking at Earth and, you know, it's a planet. And then, you know, you look at little Pluto, and Marks get upset when you say this, but like Pluto's not a planet. It's a dwarf planet. This is a dwarf story. But it was a fun dwarf story. You had Brody Lee getting in the face of, what's his name again? I forgot. Cool Hand Ang, his partner. I forgot the guy's name. You know, half of that 2.0 group. He gets inside his face because he's on commentary, and he's like, "You're not gonna do shit, you bitch." I'm like, and he just stood there and took it like a bitch. And I'm looking at him like, God damn, bro, he punked you out completely. I mean, even within character, I felt that. I'm like, God damn, bro, stand up for yourself, little bitch. But no, the match itself was fine. I mean, all the guys got their time to shine. It's just one of those things where it's like, I mean, I get it. I understand the angle they were going for. You know, you got, you know, 8 of the top losers in the match. You didn't necessarily have to put, you know, someone like a Swerve Strickland in that because he didn't take the pinfall. I get it. I understand. Which, by the way, speaking of Swerve Strickland, he got, I don't know what happened to Keith Lee. Apparently, he got injured. I don't know how he got injured or what happened to him, but he's being replaced by Goldust. That guy cannot catch a break worth a damn, can he? And again, this feud now extends past this year too. We're going on 2 years now since the preparation of this whole little spiel with Swerve Strickland and Keith Lee. But the finish essentially came. All the guys got their little shine in. Everybody did their thing. But the finish came with everybody hitting their finishers. You had the Blade Runner from Jay White. You had the very European uppercut from Cesaro. You know, you had all the guys doing their thing. And eventually, it gets to a spot where you had Daniel Garcia hit a Saito suplex on Brody King and took him out. And then, like, Jay Lethal tried to go for the lethal injection. And as he's, like, hitting the springboard off the ropes, you know, the handstand springboard, as he's landing back on his feet, Daniel Garcia just kind of bounces off the ropes and hooks him into a jackknife, and he gets the pin off of that. Kind of a lame finish to a certain degree, but at the same time, it is what it is. It was a match that no one really gave a shit about. It was just something just to fill time, and I guess it made sense from a booking standpoint. It was just something that I just didn't necessarily give a shit about at the end of the day. After the match, though, Brody King apparently, you know, stole I forgot his name, Mark something, I forgot his fucking name, whatever. He punched him in his shit off camera. They never even showed a replay of it or anything. He just punched him in his shit, and we never seen that. It cuts back to him, he's like rubbing his face, but I don't know, bad camera work from AEW. Something else also, other bad camera work. And by the way, I'm just going to tell you guys right now, I lied. I ended up buying the pay-per-view. I can't watch it on those stupid-ass live stream links because it just keeps going out. I try to test it out, and I try to use it for some of the links. So, like, you know, I used some of the links earlier to see if they actually work. I mean, if I wasn't reviewing the show, I feel like it will work, but it keeps going in and out, and it's really, really annoying, and I got to be able to catch all the action. So I did end up buying the pay-per-view. I know. You can rag on me all you want to. I had to, though. And even then, was it just me? I got it on Bleacher Report. Did you guys kind of go in and out? It went black screen for like a good 30 seconds, so was it just me? Probably just me. I don't know. But it is what it is. The match, it was just there, I guess. I wouldn't say it was one of the best matches. Maybe if they didn't have these kind of matches all the time on AEW, I feel like I probably would give it like a 3 stars. But I think 2 3/4 is pretty justified in my opinion. Just because, you know, even though it was a good match, you know, those standards of professional wrestling has drastically gone up so high that it's just not something that I would necessarily say, oh, you know, it was great. It's just kind of meets the status quo professional wrestling today for WWE or AEW. Wow, that was such a dumb fucking finish. Holy shit. Like, they did not. That was so unnecessary. So I get it. In the end of the day, Andrade, this is most likely going to be his last match if all the rumors are confirmed. I understand where they're going with this. I understand Andrade's probably going out on his back. I get all this, right? In this match, it started off very, very slow, and honestly, it wasn't really good until you got to the latter portions of the match, until that finish, which, again, is so fucking retarded in my opinion, and is so fucking typical of AEW. But, I like the little, again, there we go again, that, I hate the word story, man, there's got to be a better word for this, man, a dwarf story. Like, I know what they were trying to do in this match, you know, with, you know, CJ Perry, Lana, however you like to refer to her. She was playing possum the entire time as far as being a manager for most of these people. But in reality, you know, she was looking out for the benefit of her own husband. It makes sense. I understand. And quite frankly, all her clients are complete retards. And I think that, you know, whenever you go up against Miro, her fucking husband, she wasn't going to help him out in the end of the day. But, you know, that's fine with them. That's okay. That's okay with them, so it's okay with me. I will say this. Now, granted, Lana kind of played into the finish, but I wish, you know, AEW calls themselves the alternative, right? It would be nice if some of their managers actually played into the finish most of the times. It's like, okay, cool, you're gonna, you know, continue to pretend that you're an alternative. At least you could take some of the like minimalistic things and kind of like accentuate that. Because WWE, they don't give a fuck about their managers anymore. They just have people out there just for, you know, aesthetics. They don't really give a shit. Like the managers, you'll have people who are stablemates or tag team partners who will play more into the finish than an actual manager. You know, their job. It's like they're just out there aesthetics. I will say Lana did play into the finish with this. But going forward, if she's really going to, you know, manage Rusev again, or I forgot his name, Miro, then hopefully she could play more into his matches. The finish, though, like I said, was fucking dumb. You had Lana, so you had Andrade and Miro. They were kind of trading. So Andrade had him into a figure 4, and then Miro, he reversed the figure 4, which essentially is a Indian deathlock, I guess, technically speaking. And then Andrade reversed the figure 4 right back, and then he locked in the figure 8. He didn't get it in the first time. And as he's bridging up for the figure 8, Lana kind of like spreads his hands, so then he falls on his back. And then Miro hits him with a super kick as soon as he turns around. And for some fucking dumbass reason, Andrade kicks out. Like, why, bro? That's so dumb. And then he goes right into the game over, or the camel clutch, or however you like to refer to it, and he gets the tap out. And it's like, okay, if that was going to be the case, just hit him with a super kick and then go directly into the game over. He got out of the game over the first time, and the announcers were kind of playing it up like, oh, he was too sweaty. Okay, fine, but like, don't like do one finisher, he kicks out, then go directly into another finisher. No, hit the super kick, then go directly into the game over, or don't kick out of the super kick at all. That was so fucking unnecessary for a match that, quite frankly, I don't think anyone really gave a shit about, to be honest with you. But it was decent up until that finish. Again, Andrade kind of looking like, for sure, he's confirming some of those rumors about him going back to WWE. But yeah, it was a decent match, but you know, it was more so towards the ending, and I just really, really despise that finisher again. And hopefully they make more usage out. They get more usage out of their managers going forward. I would hope they would do it with CJ Perry and Rusev. Let them go after a championship belt too, while you're at it. Fuck. What the fuck? Hey, before I continue, because I wanted to see Swerve's entrance, right? And right before I hit mute on my TV, I hear Goldust come out. I never paid attention to his theme song. Is that Brain Stew from Green Day? Or like, did they just completely rip off Green Day? What the fuck? Maybe I'm tripping. I swear to God, I'm listening to the beat. I'm like, that's Brain Stew. On my own, here we go. All right, sorry. But no, hey, yo, Swerve Strickland again. Look, we got to get some black people in the audience dancing to his theme song, bro. Like, there was like one light-skinned dude, and I'm like, damn, okay, cool. He knows how to dance, because, like, you know, he's black, and, like, he knows how to dance. And he's pasty-ass, musty-ass jump on the screen again, bro. And they're just so gross-looking when they dance. They got no rhythm when they fucking dance. They just, one had really, really rosy red cheeks. I'm just like, stop dancing to Swerve Strickland's theme song if you're white. It makes me so fucking sad. Fuck, I hate you people, man. God damn, bro. Power to the people. I'm joking. No, I'm not. Seriously. I'm joking. No, I'm not. Okay, so what was the match that I just got finished watching this fucking cringe-ass goddamn entrance? Fuck. Oh yeah, Toni Storm versus Riho. Riho sucks. She sucks. And I'm not the only person to think that. The audience also knows that Riho sucks. I mean, bruh, she's so fucking lame, bro. She can't, bruh. Seriously, bruh, can she even lift up 2 donuts on a straw? She's so small and so weak. All her power offenses are just a fucking joke. At one hand, she hits like a body slam on Toni Storm, and she barely picks her up. You know, kudos to the people and the audience people, or the announcer guys. They're trying their best to cover up for her. They're just like, oh my god, she has back spasms. Get back to the man. Shut up, bitch. No, she doesn't. She sucks. Because she's Riho, and she sucks. Riho sucks. What did I tell you? Riho sucks. Riho sucks. She sucks. Damn, bro. Toni Storm was great, though. Okay, presentation, awesome. The whole black and white stuff, she's awesome. It was one cool spot where, like, Luther puts her up on her shoulders, and, like, he runs with her while Toni has Riho in her arms or in her hand, like a full head of hair, while Riho's on the apron, and she throws her off the apron. That was a great spot. That was fucking awesome. And Toni Storm hits a gnarly ass like cactus power driver. I guess that's what she calls it, the Storm Zero, which I'm kind of confused because the finish was her doing like this over the shoulder DDT, which I could have sworn that was a Storm Zero when she was back in WWE. I could be wrong though. She goes like all her fucking moves Storm Zero. She got the win off of that too, which is fine because Riho sucks. She sucks. And Mariah May comes in the ring. She starts throwing rose petals over her head face and everything. Riho's awesome, bro. All I really want... Oh, Riho sucks. Oh, what the fuck? Blasphemy. No, Toni Storm is awesome. But she needs someone a little bit more credible. I don't care what they do. You have all these lame-ass women going around going, I'm a female wrestler. Okay, how about you get your female wrestling looking ass in the ring and do something, all right? God damn, bro. Get Toni Storm somebody competent to wrestle so we don't have to see more of Riho, because I fucking hate Riho, and, you know, Riho sucks! Okay, so I'll make this quick because I want to hear how they react to Jericho, but really quick, bruh. Oh my god, I'm tired of this. I'm finna start my own BLM riot, like my own solo BLM riot. I'm gonna go on a crusade. Look, I'm not racist. I love white people, okay? I love all you guys, okay? I love you. You freed me, okay? I love you. The way you treated my grandmother back in the 1950s. You didn't throw rocks, you threw pebbles. When you said she couldn't eat in this store, you made her walk at least a mile. You made everybody else walk 3 miles, but you made her walk a mile, and I appreciate that. But I am going to start my own BLM crusade, and I am targeting every goddamn white person that does the Swerve dance. I am tired of you fucking Vanilla Ice rhythm dancing motherfuckers. I hate you people. Stop dancing to his fucking theme song. I'm tired of you fucking Reddit users dancing to Swerve's theme song. Okay, I'm done. No more ranting. Okay, so this match was pretty whatever. it wasn't even the match I necessarily cared for, because I mean, it's not like they were doing anything. It was more so of an angle, kind of. This whole match was just designed to put Swerve over, which I'm pretty happy about. He like put a cinder block. He like attacked Goldust before the match even started. He like knocked him off the ring apron, and he hit. Oh, hang on, let me hear. Hold on, here, Jericho's. Is that Jericho coming out right now? Yeah, that's Jericho. Hang on. Okay, that was a bit of a mixed reaction for Jericho, but we're going to see what's going to happen throughout the match. Let me hurry up and finish this, because that's one of my actual biggest reasons for watching this pay-per-view, is to hear how they're going to react to Jericho after what happened today and throughout this past week. I'm very, very curious. But really quick, though, Swerve Strickland put a cinder block on, or I guess Prince Nana put a cinder block on Goldust's leg. And Swerve hit a Swerve stomp on the cinder block, which Goldust was kind of selling it. He was like, oh, because the referees came out and they were like, oh, he can't start the match. He can't start the match. Obviously, because he's the babyface, he did the match. And, Swerve just worked over the leg the entire time, right? And then eventually it got to a spot where Goldust was on his legs. He's like sticking his middle finger at Swerve. He's like spitting in his face. He's telling him to come on. Where Swerve just hits him with like 2 or 3 vicious house kicks to the side of the head. And he hits him with the Swerve stomp in order to get the win. Again, it was nothing more than just an angle to, get over Swerve Strickland. I kind of feel like the cinder block was kind of like a shot at Keith Lee. So maybe they might be continuing that feud if Keith Lee can stay 100% for like once in his damn life. Oh, you know me not say that. Because Keith Lee, man, if something happens to him, last thing I need is to actually say something just, horrible, and then he actually, something happened. Knock on wood. But with that being said, there's not really much to talk about when it comes to that match right there. As a matter of fact, it was a real match. I got to give it like at least a 2-star. I'll give it a 2 1/4, because at the very least it was kind of entertaining, and it was just nothing more just to put Swerve over because Keith wasn't available. Okay, so I'm pretty sure no one really wants to talk about this match, because it was as stereotypical you can get with a 4-on-4. I mean, I really can't decipher this from the earlier 4-on-4 match. I mean, the earlier one was a lot better because, man, Jericho, Big Bill, Chris Jericho, and Sting, man. Big Bill needs more training. Sting, I understand he's 65 years old, and Jericho, man, you need to stop. Oh boy, Jericho needs to stop. So it's not even so much Jericho's performance in this match and how out of sync him and, Big Bill were. By the way, let me just say the finish, because no one gives a shit about this match. Sammy Guevara got the win. He hit a GTH on, what's buddy's name again? Ricky Starks. Then he hit a shooting star press to get the win. Jericho legit, like, mind you, the crowd throughout the night has been pretty hot for the most part for all the matches. They've been pretty hot. And then they get to this match, and it's hard to decipher, because you want to say that, okay, is it because, this match doesn't have a lot of heat to it? Is it because... But Don Callis is right there, and they were kind of giving, Callis a reaction by saying, fuck you, Callis and stuff. And he was getting involved in the match, and they just stopped reacting. It's like, Jericho's in big trouble. Literally anything that Jericho interacted with got heat. And when he interacted with the Hills, you know how usually you'll get like those guys with the go away heat where like the fans will just they'll just cheer for the Hill. They didn't even cheer for the Hill whenever Jericho interacted. They just booed Jericho. And it's like, dude, they're like booing spots with Sting. They're booing spots with Sammy Guevara, because Jericho is involved with the spot. And it's like Sammy Guevara, he got the pinfall on Ricky Starks, and you can clearly tell that's the direction they're pushing into. They want to do Ricky Starks and Big Bill versus Sammy Guevara and Chris Jericho. Not after this, bro. Like, it's gonna ruin all the chemistry, like all the reactions that the crowd is gonna have going forward. It's Jericho is he's toxic right now. And it sucks, because it's like, this is the audience that we're dealing with. This AEW, this AEW fucking audience is just so ridiculous. And we live in an age, the internet age, where it's like, bro, you don't know whether or not what Jericho has. It's like a fucking TV show. You know how you used to watch those cartoon shows, or maybe even real life shows, where you go back to the 1800s or the 1700s and they're just like, kill the witch, and they throw tomatoes and all this other kind of stuff. But they have no clue whether or not what the witch has done was bad or good. They're just like, kill the witch. That's how it feels with Jericho right now, bro. You don't know whether or not these things are real. You're just confirming it. These people are so fucking brain dead. I really, really, really hate this generation so much, bro. You have no clue what the fuck went on with Kylie Rae and Chris Jericho. You can go back to my video I made earlier today if you want my thoughts on it. But like, you don't fucking know. So why are you jumping to conclusions, bro? Like, it doesn't... You're ruining fucking... Bro, they're ruining everything. I hate this generation so fucking much. Like, I really, really hate this generation. This believe all women shit. This fucking virtue signaling damn era. It's so fucking cringe, and I hate it. I can't say it enough, bro. I hate this generation so much. And you know the worst part about it is, too, you can look at the audience and you can just tell who these people are. These virtue signaling progressives. And yeah, fuck you! It's progressives! I'm fucking tired of these left-wing retards coming in my fucking comment section and telling me otherwise. Shut the fuck up! We know it's you fucking retards. We know it's you. You people ruin everything. We know it's you. Fuck, bro. Go jump off a fucking bridge or something. Whether it's in fucking entertainment or whether it's in real life. I fucking hate progressives, bro. Bro, this is more so than just a Chris Jericho thing. These motherfuckers ruin everything, bro. These fucking different color hair fucking women, these fucking retards with these long ass pew chins, with these gut bellies, virtue signaling to these women who would never fuck you. No one is saying that you have to fucking justify whether or not Kylie Rae did something or didn't do something. You wait for fucking evidence. What is with this generation and the fucking... You don't understand what due process means? How about I just go on the street and just randomly go after somebody and say that they're fucking guilty of something? I'm tired of you fucking people always jumping to fucking conclusions without having the fucking right confirmation. Shut the fuck up! I'm tired of you motherfuckers! You ruin everything! Everything, every fucking thing! Fuck, man! You depressive, manic motherfuckers, you fucking lunatics. You go fucking everywhere, and you make everything a fucking goddamn problem just so you can fucking virtue signal. I'm tired of you motherfuckers. I'm tired of these fucking retards. I'm tired of them. I'm fucking tired. God damn it. Can we just put all the progressives and all these left-wing retards in a goddamn island and just blow that shit up? They've ruined everything, and they never do it for the right reasons. You have no confirmation on anything that's going on right now. This goes well past Chris Jericho. You do this for fucking everything. Why can't you wait? Why is that so fucking hard? Fuck, man. Oh, let's get to this fucking match. Now I have a headache, bro. I fucking hate these people, bro, with all my heart. Oh, I hate you people. Go get a fucking... Use it. Fuck. Honestly, folks, I'm never gonna lie to you. I only caught just a little bit of this match. I had to go grab my vape pen. I had to go grab my wax pen. Oh, man, I needed some substance. I needed to abuse some substance. I needed some substance abuse. I needed to abuse something, bro. Oh, man, that shit had my head just pounding. I had to smoke. I had to abuse some drugs. I had to. I'm not saying you guys should do it. Do not do it. But, yeah, no, this is just ridiculous. I had to. The finish of this match Was botched as fuck anyways. Julia Hart hit like one of the worst moonsaults I've ever seen. I mean, the moonsault in rotation was fine, but it was the actual landing in itself. She didn't hit her at all, Abadon that is. And she ended up pinning her off the move anyways. It was really, really stupid. And honestly, the match was boring from what I was watching anyways. I mean, probably the worst match of the night. Not that I went into this thinking anything other. Sky Blue got involved. She pushed Julia Hart off the turnbuckle. That was probably the high spot of the entire match, honestly. These girls didn't do a goddamn thing. Julia Hart, she's a fine wrestler, but man, I don't know what the hell's been going on lately. She's been really sucking. And Abadon is, I don't know too much about her, but from what I've seen right here, she is absolute shit. And honestly, that's as much time as I want to give to this. Edge and Christian are about to have a match right now, so thank God. Get me through this and hopefully get me into this match so I can get my mind off of that horrific Jericho experience. All that stuff that happened with Jericho, just get my mind off of that match. Okay, Edge and Christian, please, just help me. Just fucking help me. Okay, that made me feel a lot better. Holy shit, that was a great story. The match in itself, it was a fine match. It's just one of those things, and that's what I was trying to get at when I talked about Edge and Christian the previous night, or the previous review. It's like, and that's a problem with AEW, and that's a problem with professional wrestling overall. Once you do certain things, there's no going back. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, you do certain things, and then other people try to have a similar type of match, or something similar to that degree, and it's like, you get what I'm trying to say? Like, Edge and Christian had a fantastic match right here. If this was like, say, 2009, if this is 2004, if this is 2002, this would have been like considered a fantastic match. But then once you have a match like Swerve Strickland, and a match like Swerve Strickland and Hangman Adam Page, it's kind of hard to top those matches. When you have a match like a John Moxley, it's kind of hard to top those matches in the hardcore department without going out of your way and completely just destroying yourself, right? And that's how I felt about this match. You know, they had some weapon shots with the kendo stick. Edge was bleeding from the eye a little tiny bit, had a little bit of a cut. You know, he's gonna get some bruising there in the morning time. You had a gnarly chair shot, double chair shot thrown from Edge to Christian. He speared him through a table. They kind of botched the fire spot through the table with Nick Wayne and Edge. That kind of sucked a little tiny bit. And, you know, you had Edge essentially doing his WrestleMania spot with Bryan Danielson and Roman Reigns when he stepped on the chair and he used the leg of the chair to put in their mouths. But this time it was like some pipe or like some like rod or something he used to put in his mouth. Like, the match in itself was fine. It was great, right? And the finish after, you know, the botched table spot with Nick Wayne and Edge, you know, hitting Christian with his own unprettier in order to win the move. He won the match. And again, the match in itself, it really depends on your perspective. I think I'd probably go, if it was just the match on its merit without the aftermath, I probably would go like 3 1/4 star. Again, it's not a bad match. It's just that's just professional wrestling nowadays. It's like those four-man tag team match I was talking about earlier. When you do so much, there's only so far you can go with the matches, you feel me? So it's like, even though if you were to ask me this a couple of years ago, I would have probably said this was more of a 4-star match. Like, I mean, I've seen these matches so many times on regular television, never mind pay-per-view. And then you have other matches that completely go bonkers and they do kind of way more than this match. And that was just like a month ago. It's just really, really hard to judge it based on its merit, you feel me? But what sets this match apart from the Hangman match and Swerve match is the finish. Now, I can understand people who may say this was definitely a blatant ripoff of the cash-in from WWE with the Money in the Bank. Of course, it was a blatant ripoff. And hopefully they don't do it again. Hopefully this was just strictly for storyline purposes. And if that's the case, completely understand. I mean, it was a little bit too coincidental for my taste, but at the same time, okay, I'm willing to roll along with it. You had the finish afterwards where Luchasaurus, who apparently won that Battle Royal on the pre-show earlier, which I didn't watch, he beat the crap out of Edge after the match. He choke-slammed him on a chair that was standing up. And Christian came in, or he had the contract in his hand, right? And Christian came into the ring because it looked like Luchasaurus, or I guess he calls himself Killswitch. He was about to go cash in the contract and go pin Edge to win the TNT Championship because Edge won the belt already, right? And Christian, he kind of like tells him to give him the contract, and Killswitch was kind of hesitant at first, but then Christian whispers something in his ear, and he gave him the contract, and he rode out of the ring, and Christian cashed in the contract. He signed his name on the paper, and then he waited for Edge to get back up, and he speared him, and he regained his TNT championship as fast as Edge lost the TNT championship. So from a storyline perspective, this was fantastic. As far as progression is considered, this was fantastic. I want to see more, and I want to see where they go from here. I still think the TNT title was so beneath Edge and Christian. This is so beneath them. They need to do this with the World Championship. Edge won the TNT Championship, and it was so bittersweet at first, because it's like, damn, bro. It's like, on one hand, I can understand where they're going for from a storyline perspective, but then at the same time, it's like, dude, in the end of the day, bro, like, we're talking about the European Championship equivalent. Not even, I'll probably say Intercontinental Championship at this point. It's kind of like flippy-floppy when it comes to like the prestige in comparison to the International Championship. On one hand, the International Championship will be a little bit higher than the TNT Championship, and on the other hand, some nights it'll be vice versa. Since Christian had the TNT Championship, it's a little bit more prestigious than the International Championship. Hence why the International Championship isn't on the line tonight, right? But, I was looking at it like, damn, Edge holding this belt is just so beneath him, and really is beneath Christian at this point also. But it is what it is. At least Christian is making the championship belt work for him, right? It is his belt. It is synonymous with him now, so I'll say that much about it. But overall, the match in itself was pretty good. It wasn't bad. It's just a little bit outdated compared to, like, they had a main event style hardcore match that was based out of like 2007 versus a main event hardcore match that would have been based out of 2023, right? And again, that has more to do with the wrestling business just going way too far than it has to do with Edge and Christian being out of touch. But the story in itself completely put it over the top, and I'll go 3.5 stars just for the story overall. But I see Jon Moxley and I see Eddie Kingston, so let's get to it. Hopefully they have a good match, because this is one of the matches that I've been wanting to watch on this show, and for nothing else, I would say Edge and Christian got my mind off of that horrific Jericho situation, so that's a good thing. Hopefully this match does a little bit more and just pushes me a little bit more forward. So let's get it on. Jon Moxley, Eddie Kingston, Continental Classic Finals. Let's go. I'll say this for this match right here. I think you have to have a particular taste. I'll concede to this. I'll say this. You have to have a particular taste to like a match like this. It's not to say that it was a bad match. It's just, for my taste of professional wrestling, it was a very underwhelming match. I feel like if you were like a fan of, like, say, the Misawa type of matches back in the mid to late 90s, if you were a fan of even the Kobayashi matches with Misawa, or any of those guys back in the days, or any of the All Japan matches, any of the wrestling and romance matches back in the days, I feel like this is your style of match. I'm not even going to say today, like New Japan Pro Wrestling, but I mean like you can tell these guys were like, they were very, very much going down the path of, like, the Antonio Inokis of the world. They were going in the Ricky Dozens of the world. You could tell that that's the path that they were going down, because not a lot was actually done in this match in terms of, like, traditional strong style wrestling today. It was traditional strong style. I guess actually that's what I'll say. It was just flat out traditional strong style wrestling. A lot. 90% of this match was chops. Just nothing but chops. And I like chops. Some of my fondest memories as a wrestling fan was watching Jericho and Benoit trade chops. But there were things in between. You know what I mean? I like my wrestling to be well-rounded. That's why I always make a distinction when I say strong style versus smash mouth wrestling. When I think of smash mouth wrestling, I think of like JBL, for an example, or Justin Bradshaw Layfield, or Justin Bradshaw in general, I guess, or the Chris Benoits of the world, or the Fit Finleys of the world, the William Regals, that European. That's why I like to say I'm a fan of that European strong style. I like the uppercuts. I like the German suplexes. What these guys did, I can see what they were trying to do. That's why I'm saying, I'm not going to say this match was terrible. It's just that you can tell, like, you have to have a particular taste in a certain type of professional wrestling in order to like this match. Like, me personally, what I'm going to give it a 2.5 star match. You know, I appreciate the effort. I know what they were trying to do, but this match is going to vary very, very greatly. Like, I'm going to say 2.5 star, but I would not be surprised if you see someone give this match a 3 3/4 or a 3.5 star. I don't think anyone would give this a 4 star, but I would not be surprised if someone went 3.5, 3 3/4, because they enjoyed that style of wrestling. Me personally, it's just not for me. I don't like strong style. I don't like the no selling. You know, I don't like the multiple chops and then jumping into an emerald explosion. I don't like how the match ended. You know what I'm trying to say? The way the match ended was so out of nowhere. I don't know. I don't like it. I didn't like it. You had them going back and forth. Moxley is kind of hyping up Eddie Kingston to like give him his best, and they're just like slapping each other consistently. They're just going back and forth, slapping each other, actual real slaps in their face, like they're slap boxing almost. And then out of nowhere, Eddie does his little backhanded slap to the face, and then Moxley collapsed, and then he pinned him, and then he won the belt just like that. Like, you know, again, if that's your type of match, I can understand why you will like it, but that's not for me. And it really was a fart, in my opinion, to the Continental Classic. I would have much preferred Eddie Kingston and Bryan Danielson to have the match they had on Wednesday in the finals. I think that would have been a better conclusion. But, you know, it is what it is, man. I guess it is what it is. Hopefully this Samoa Joe match with Bryan Danielson, hopefully they give us something to work with, because you know, and I see what they're doing right here with all the Jewish people and the vignette. That's pretty cool also. I don't know, man. I don't know. It just wasn't for me. It just wasn't for me, man. Hopefully this match delivers, though, and gives us something to leave the show with, because if I had to say this show so far, this is by far the worst AEW pay-per-view I've seen this year. It's not to say that it was all the way bad, but this is so far a very underwhelming show. So we'll see where this goes, I guess. Let's go on with the main event. Oh, and my bad. I guess they weren't saying they were Jewish. I guess they were saying he's our scumbag. I'm not sure. I can't hear the words of what they were saying in the vignette. I really don't care. Just give us a good match. That's all I care for. All right. So now that we have the conclusion, are we now done with this? Can we now just put AEW to rest now? Like, this is over with now, right? We all knew it was Adam Cole to begin with, but I mean, like, are we officially done with this show now? Like, nothing special happened in this match. I mean, Adam Cole is the devil. I mean, I feel like everybody who were saying things like Jungle Boy, this, and all this other stuff, I mean, I called it, like, maybe back in, October? Remember, I was one of the people who were saying, hey, Kurt Angle, he did the same thing back, 20 years ago, that he worked at Angle while still in the wheelchair when he was GM. You guys remember that? I said that right after I did the CM Punk video. So it's not as if this... I mean, I'm not here to even pretend as if, I'm this person who just figured out the secret to the Krabby Patty formula. No, I mean, it was fucking obvious. Everybody knew it was Adam Cole the entire time. It was either Adam Cole, or maybe it could have been Britt Baker, because, she's related to Adam Cole. And I kind of thought that was her that was holding up the chair, because the frame was so goddamn small. I thought it was a woman. This was bad. This was bad. This match was terrible. I mean, like I said, I went into this knowing that it was going to be terrible, because at the end of the day, I mean, it's MJF. He's injured. He has a shoulder injury. We all knew he was dropping the belt. You have to be a stupid motherfucker to say that, oh, well, I didn't know that MJF was going to drop the belt. Oh, you have to be a stupid motherfucker. He's injured. The shoulder injury is legit. We all knew Joe was going to win the belt. I mean, come on. This has got to be... Everything about this was just so incredibly fucking predictable that it almost hurt. It almost hurt how predictable this was. And I wanted them to just kind of throw me a curveball. I wanted them to Vince Russo me. I wanted them to swerve me. Give me something that I wasn't expecting. And they went the predictable route with everything. They went the predictable route with Samoa Joe winning the belt. They went the predictable route with Adam Cole being the devil. All of this was just massively fucking predictable. And, you know, some people say things like, oh, predictability can be a good thing. It all depends on how you work it. There's only so much. I'll say this. I will give them an out. I will give them a caveat, and I will give them an out. There's only so much you can do when you have a man who essentially is one-armed. What can you do with that? There's only so much you can do with that. So I'll definitely say that. But at the same time, though, man, it was just so disgustingly predictable that it just hurt. And they went the predictable route. And this match was just absolutely... It was trash, but at least it was trash for, you know, a reason that was kind of out of their control with MJF having the fucked up shoulder. I can't even notate anything special in this match. Nothing special happened in this match. This was one of the worst matches of the night. And overall, this pay-per-view was absolutely dog shit. This was a dog shit pay-per-view. This is one of the worst. Mind you, the last time, I'll put it to you this way, and I've been pretty consistent as far as praising AEW. The last time I outright called an AEW pay-per-view completely dog shit was Revolution back in 2021. That's the last time I called a pay-per-view outright dog shit, was February of 2021. That's almost 3 years ago. This is the first time I outright just said that AEW had a terrible pay-per-view, because this was. All the matches were very average. Some were even below average. Some of them were even dog shit. The crowd for that Jericho match really took me out of it. The Continental Classic finals were absolutely trash. This was just a bad pay-per-view. And honestly, I know you're going to have some people who are going to try to cuck for the show. I know you're going to have some people who are going to probably say, like, oh, well, this show was fantastic. I don't know how you can sit back and say this show is fantastic. I think even the most die-hearted, or the most die-hearted of die-hard AEW fans would at least say that this was probably the worst show they had all year. I think we can at least come to that conclusion. I'm going to go a step further and just say this was dog shit, and this is one of the worst pay-per-views I've seen from AEW in general. But even the most die-hard fans, can you at least admit that this was by far like the worst pay-per-view they've... Well, would I say ever done? No, but for sure this year. That's easily this year. And one of the worst pay-per-views in general this year. Like, this was bad. This was bad. And, you know, with all the controversies that are surrounding AEW, and to put out a show like this, and I know I appreciate them trying to go the cliffhanger route with Adam Cole. I appreciate what they are trying to do as far as hooking you into Wednesday, but you're not hooking anybody in for real. I mean, who cares about these dorks in the end of the day? You completely killed Wardlow. I don't give a shit about Roderick Strong. You kind of gave away the finish also when they won the ROH Tag Team Championship belts. It was obviously the fucking Kingdom. Who else are they going to drop the belts to in the end of the day, right? And I know they're going to try to pull some shit like the referee, he dropped MJF's arm, but MJF's arm didn't hit the mat. It hit his knees when Samoa Joe locked in the coquina clutch. So maybe that's... I thought at first they were going to go a different route because Samoa Joe was posturing so hard. You know, he's doing poses he never does. It's like a muscle flex. And he's going up the ring apron or the entrance ramp, and he's like taunting fans. I thought at first they were going to go a different route because he was, again, just posturing so goddamn hard. And you had MJF in the middle of the ring, and like you had the demons come out, the devils, and they're like holding MJF, and they're just like, MJF is like, don't hit him with the chair, because they have Adam Cole and they have MJF, and they're just like, don't hit him with the chair, hit me with the chair. And then the lights, because again, AEW special, they cut off, and then Adam Cole is sitting in the chair, and he has like his head down in like a very sullen, demonic way. And MJF was like, it was you the whole time? No shit, dude. I mean, come on. I mean, fuck. A blind goat could have seen this coming. And they jump MJF, and they beat the crap out of MJF. And I mean, it would have been nice if they would have done something to write MJF off completely. But maybe we'll see what's going to happen on Wednesday to see how that's going to go down. Yeah, nothing about this was good. Nothing about this was fantastic. They tried so hard to throw you off of the scent that it was Adam Cole, but it was just super duper obvious it was him. And like I said, overall, this pay-per-view gets like a D. a solid D, not a high D, not a low D, just a solid D. All these matches were average as fuck. Some of them were even, like I said, below average. And those last 2 matches were just terrible. And then the Edge and Christian match, probably the best match of the night, was kind of subpar at best and really only extended because of the finish of the match. I don't know what to tell you, man. AEW, man, it's not a fun company right now, man. It is absolutely not a fun company. But I'm going to let you guys have fun in the comment section below. Let me know how you like the show. Leave your comments down below and tell me, honestly, I don't care. I just want to go to bed right now. This show is way too long on top of that also. I mean, like every other AEW show, but this one felt increasingly way too damn long. So let me know your thoughts down below. As always, my name is Devontae, and I guess I'll be catching you guys later. Deuces. P. Ice.